with the cost currently of higher education being hundreds of thousands of dollars, we're dealing more and more with clients, parents of college students, that are wondering how they can help protect their kids and themselves. When a parent winds up in a cosigner situation on 6 figures of college debt, all of a sudden the lights start to go on that, God forbid anything should happen to that child. There's another whole issue of high-end debt here that needs to be somehow looked at or accommodated for. The assumption that a college kid is going to carry that debt into his adulthood and pay it off and whatever most times is probably valid, but of course anything can happen. So we're starting to talk to 23, 4, 5-year-olds taking out policies for $250,000 or $350,000 of term life insurance. A 30-year policy on a healthy 24-year-old is inexpensive, $15, $17 a month range. They're very cheap. And that will carry that child until he's into his mid-50s. So the immediate need being that the parents are the beneficiary on that policy satisfies the need if anything would happen to that youth. You go another 6 or 8 years into the future, and now you have a 30 or 32-year-old getting married, having babies, starting their own family, has maybe adopted that debt, or the parent is no longer obligated or out of the picture. You still now have an incredibly inexpensive life insurance policy that can be changed from the beneficiary being the parents to the beneficiary being the spouse or the family protection. And now they're buying homes and doing other things, and it's guaranteed. They already own it. The rate will never change. It'll still carry them into their 50s. It's just now being used potentially for a different purpose. So there's tremendous value over a long period of time that they can get something when it's very young and very inexpensive relative to buying it later in life. So think about it, look at your own situations, and call us. We can do quotes up and talk to you anytime about it. It's a good long-term philosophy that protects several layers of family.